Hey everybody, it's about 2 o'clock on Wednesday, December 29th. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Looking forward to a good new year. Been a long time since I've done a video, posted a video, and so I thought I'd show y'all where we are. All right, this is Marathon or Boot Key Harbor in Marathon, Florida. It's about 80 degrees here today. Magnolia and I are on a mooring ball in the mooring field that's maintained by the city of Marathon. The marina is back over in that direction. They have, I'm thinking, somewhere close to 200 mooring balls here in the field. And you pay a monthly fee for the mooring ball. It includes weekly pump outs for your holding tank, which is nice. They've done all of this since there was a hurricane back in, I think, 2015 or 16 that wiped out most of the boats that were anchored out here, and so the city kind of took it over, and so they have a zero discharge thing where you know they'll kick you out of here if they catch anybody pumping out their holding tanks and that sort of thing. So it's cleaned up the place quite a bit. Don't know how far you can see off in the distance, but I'm on the very, I guess, southern edge of the mooring field, and then there's an anchorage just beyond this boat. Majestic is the channel, and there's an anchorage down there where people or boats are at anchor. Then there is a bridge. They call it the bridge to nowhere because you can't get across it. It used to be a bascule bridge or swing bridge or something, and they took out the moving piece. So this is Boot Key over here, which is nothing but basically mangrove swamps. But you used to be able to get to it by that bridge, and now you can't. There's no power on Boot Key. There used to be electrical lines going over that bridge, and evidently, from what I understand, a tall masted sailboat took out the power lines, and they never bothered replacing them. Anyway, bridge to nowhere. There are a couple of marinas down in that direction, and I go down there by dinghy and fill up my gas tanks for my generator and outboard. And generator is my new Champion 4650 inverter generator, and it's worked like a champ here. I've upgraded my solar since I've been here, but it still can't keep up trying to run 2 refrigeration systems. So I've had to run my generator an hour or 2 every day for the most part. But anyway, we got down here I guess November 13th, so been here well over a month and a half, and it's been okay. They had a Thanksgiving potluck dinner, and I went to that, and that was nice. A lot of people there. Met some interesting people. But for Christmas, I cooked a Yankee pot roast aboard. And problem with going to a potluck Thanksgiving dinner is there are no leftovers. Really shallow spot right here. That's why there are no boats moored or anchored there. So I'm very much on the edge of the mooring field here. Walk up here and show you the mooring ball. We're at Q9, Quebec 9. And the mooring field is laid out in rows, so there's room between the boats to get up to your mooring. We rushed down here to make sure we could get a mooring, and did 3 overnight offshore passages to get here. Skipped the majority of South Carolina, going out at Little River Inlet and coming in at South Edisto. Then went out again from South Edisto and bypassed all of Georgia and came in at Fernandina Beach, Florida. So we skipped most of South Carolina, all of Georgia, to get down here in time to get a mooring ball. And when we got here, the field was still about probably only 2/3 full. So that was a bit of a rush for nothing. This is Mahario, Ann's boat. We buddy boated from the Chesapeake all the way down here, but she and I aren't on terribly great terms any longer. So I had initially planned to go from here over to the Bahamas, probably in late January, early February, but with the current COVID situation, which has gone nuts here in Florida, Christmas weekend, I think they were having over 30,000 new cases reported a day up until last Friday, I guess, like 32,000. And so I'm not sure exactly where it is now, but the Bahamas has tightened up. They were requiring a COVID test within 5 days of entry, and now they've tightened that up to 3 days, which makes it difficult. And quite frankly, as things progress, I expect them to tighten things up even more. So I don't want to get stuck over there and with whatever they decide to do. So looks like Magnolia and I are going to be here for probably another couple of months. Wait and see what the weather looks like in early March, and maybe start making our way back north. But we'll be doing it on our own this time, which I did in 2019, so I'm not too concerned about that. The name decal and home port had faded out really badly since I applied them in 2018, so I ordered replacements and got those on yesterday, I think. And then today I went around and brushed what I could reach along the bottom, the water line in the bottom, for the second time since I've been here. It's a nutrient-rich environment here, although it's fairly, clean as far as I've been able to run my water maker and get good readings on the total dissolved solids and that sort of thing. But marine growth tends to build up pretty quickly on the bottom. So I worked on that. Good old Nessa, my Achilles dinghy, has been a real workhorse, and it's quite a ways over there to the marina area where the dinghy docks. It's where mail and packages are delivered. They have a pretty good sized laundry room, and tomorrow I'll probably go ashore and do laundry. And I've got my old Schwinn loop folding bicycle ashore at a bicycle rack, and there's a Publix and a Winn-Dixie a couple of miles down the road. So I go down there by bicycle and get groceries. And I got ordered a folding basket for the front of the bike, and liked it so much I ordered 2 more to go on the rear sides of the bicycle, and so that's worked out pretty good. You can see the boats coming in and out here. There's a tourist catamaran called Marathon Mermaid that rolls through here a couple of times a day with their music blaring. Marathon's quite a tourist spot, and evidently the week between Christmas and New Year's, which we're in right now, is called Hell Week, because this is the busiest week for tourists down here. And I went to Winn-Dixie grocery shopping yesterday, and the main highway out there was just bumper to bumper, and I had not seen it that bad. I mean, it's always pretty busy, but I had not seen it that bad. Anyway, some folks had asked why I hadn't posted anything in a while, and yeah, quite frankly, it's because nothing too terribly exciting's been going on. I'm living life at a mooring, and yeah, like I said, got groceries yesterday. Today I worked my way around the boat from the dinghy and cleaned the bottom. The day before, I applied the new name decals, although I have some to go on both sides. Maybe tomorrow or Friday. It will, depends on the weather. But I mean, life is not terribly exciting here. They do have live music at a couple of venues. There's one you can get to by dinghy from here called the Dockside, and so they have music most nights, but with COVID skyrocketing, I'm not doing that. And quite frankly, I've never been or in recent years anyway, I'm not much of a bar fly, so yeah. Anyway, I've probably missed some opportunities there, and I don't play bocce ball or dominoes or pickleball, which seems to be kind of a old folks version of tennis, but you're playing on tennis courts, but with this ball that, as hard as you hit it, will barely make it over the net. And so it's kind of I don't know, I'm not quite at that point in my life. But, so it's a good thing I have a subscription to Kindle Unlimited. I've been doing a lot of reading and work, projects on the boat. I've still got some projects to do. I've replaced the furling line earlier this week, and I found a place where the jib halyard has been cut a little bit where it enters the mast there, so I have a new halyard, and I'm waiting for a